What's up, my friends? Welcome back to Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. I'm joined by my good friend Steven from Redolessence.
What's up, guys? How are you doing?
We are here at YouTube Space, New York. We just shot some videos with some other reviewers. It was a blast. We had a really good time. A little footage issue, but we got through it, and
it is what it is.
Thank you, E, Mr. Technical Stuff Guy. Last week, Steve and I posted a giveaway. If the video reached 500 likes, it did not, so the Atelier Cologne set is not up for grab. I'll give it away down the line. It only reached 350 likes.
Okay, cool.
But the winner of the Infinite Oolong Infinite, in the metal bottle,
right,
is, when to press spin here. Wait, didn't spin. Let it spin.
Can you believe that?
Nerdville 17?
That is too funny.
What am I missing?
No, I'll explain to you after the fact.
Oh, I know.
He's actually...
Shout out! He just did something with my boys.
That's right.
Hi, Nerdville. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Hit me up on the message of YouTube, and then I will send you your winning prize.
Awesome.
We're going to go through this quick because we have some other videos to do. We only have half an hour, so speedy.
Okay.
Q&A, I'm randomly picking. First question is from DD Panda. Have you guys ever done a review for note fragrances? They have such an assortment of single note and complex fragrances. I found them when I was looking for a gourmand scent. Their blood orange chocolate sounds awesome, but there's only one review on Fragrantica. I'd love to see you do a quick overview of the company.
I've done several videos for them.
Yeah, I was going to say, I haven't. He has.
I own several of their fragrances. I particularly like White Pepper Mandarin.
Okay.
I feel like that one smells very similar to Jardin d'Amalfi. And I also am very good friends with Danielle Fleming, who happens to be the owner of the company and the perfumer.
And the nose, right?
And she and I go back and forth all the time. So I hope you're watching this, Danielle.
He's very consistent because we've discussed this in the past and he always has the same answer. So,
yeah,
that's your story and you're sticking to it.
I am.
Next question, number 2. EDC Manic writes, hey there guys, love your vids. I have 2 questions. You can hopefully use one or the other. 1, what got you both started in reviewing fragrances on YouTube? 2, how did you both acquire the talent of being able to distinguish the separation of notes in a fragrance and be able to find similarities between 2 fragrances? This one's all you, baby.
That's awesome. Yeah, okay. So the way that I got started in fragrances is I was going on Google and I wanted to find a fragrance that's going to get me a lot of compliments, or I just wanted to update my wardrobe. And then I saw that there were people making videos on YouTube and I said, oh my God, I thought I was the only fragrance obsessed guy. And then it turns out there's an entire community, and of course I wanted to put my face and my name out there, and here we are today. And the second question is I'm actually very fortunate to have a friend who lives in California who actually works at a perfume, I guess, ingredient supplier, and I have hundreds of raw materials at my house, synthetics, naturals, you name it.
We've done a few videos on the topic.
Yes, we have. We stuck with our favorites, but then we also have some cringeworthy scents that we tried as well. Yeah.
So for me, I'm a born entertainer. I've always been the one I went to theater camp, I was always in the school plays, I directed the school plays, I was in bands, I was always a showman. That's Carlos. Goofball Carlos, the entertainer. And I had a strong passion for fragrance. Since I was in my 20s, I've had up to 10 fragrances. Always was a collector.
Awesome.
The worst at this point in my life, but I've always been a collector. And just, I feel very comfortable sharing my passion. Want to hear something corny? I got chills right now because I'm so excited talking about fragrances and how happy they make me. Number 2, smelling raw materials. After you review 1,001 fragrances, or what seems like 1,001 fragrances, you begin to discern each and every note. It just comes with trying and testing.
Yeah.
And being aware of your surroundings and your perfumes. I went off topic there, but I want to tell you something that I learned. I don't remember where it was. I think we're at an event or something, but the person said that when you smell a fragrance or a new fragrance or you're testing fragrance, close your eyes and it'll tune everything into that fragrance and you'll get more from your nose than if you had your eyes open. And I've been doing that lately and it's been working. I met up with a woman from Suleco Perfumes.
Okay.
They do these fabulous sculpture fragrances, and I met up with her last night and I did it and it really worked really well. Did I say I was going to do this fast? Shut up, Carlos, would you? Gosh. Next question. This is number 3, yeah? Bell Dalhat writes, are you guys thinking of having your fragrances line someday? If I may go first.
Sure.
I think we are definitely thinking about it. It hasn't happened yet, but wheels are turning, and we'll let you know soon if and when it happens.
That's true. I recognize that name both on Instagram and on YouTube, and he comments all the time. So I just want to say thank you so much for constantly commenting and tuning in and for being positive.
Bello Dalhat. Shout out to Bello Dalhat.
That's right. Number 4.
Number 4. Let's keep this rolling, Carlos, because I only got 20% battery left. Freddie Frags. Great generosity.
Thank you, Freddie. Appreciate that.
Okay, the 4th question. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Teleprompter. Chique Okafor. You can read it this time.
So the question asks, what advice would you give a 21-year-old fragrance aficionado who plans to start his own fragrance line in the very near future? So if I may start first, just try as many fragrances as you possibly can. I know a lot of times with brands, they try to follow the trends, they try to see what's successful, what's popular, what's in a particular fragrance on the designer industry that makes it tick, but just go and make the fragrances that you would like to smell and that you would like to wear for yourself. When I was younger, I played the guitar, and one of the most sound advice that I received was from a fellow musician, and he said, write the songs that you would like to listen to yourself. So it's the same thing with fragrances.
I would say to not rush it. Definitely do your homework. If you put something out there that feels rushed, it's going to smell rushed, and it's not going to work. Put as much time and take as much time as you need. Do not rush. It's very important to have an image, a brand identity, a theme. There's a lot of components that go into establishing a line, and if you want to come out the gate hard and strong, you have to do your homework. Don't rush.
Great response. The next question, this is going to be 2 questions in one, so consider this questions number 5 and 6. This is from Gina Tabasso. So Gina, thank you so much for tuning in.
Excuse me. She happens to love that Suleco line.
Oh,
when she
awesome.
found out that I was going to meet her, she was like, oh my God, I love that line. I wish I could have one of those bottles.
Too many synchronicities happening here. So Carlos, what made you go into the job that you have? Curious as to how you got involved in that field and why you stay. What keeps you coming back? Because you seem to enjoy it.
My stepfather always told me, if you learn how to fit shoes, I'm in retail, I fit children's shoes, and he said you'll always have a job if you don't go to school. I moved out at 19, I didn't go to college. Stupid me, I wish I would have gone to college, because I was a smart kid. Always a class clown, but a smart kid. But it always kept me with a good income. I eventually became buyer of the company that I worked for, and I made a lot of money. Didn't save a lot of money. You can see them all in my perfume cabinet, for one. I enjoy the kids, that's fun. Do I want to do it forever? No, I don't want to grow to be 75 and retire and still have nothing to show for it, because I'm not the buyer anymore. So I took a little bit of a downgrade, but it's a good, solid job. I've been with them for 29 years, just recently March 1st, and it's the kids. The kids just keep me happy. I don't have kids of my own, so most of the time dealing with other people's kids is a lot of fun.
That's a great answer, man. So this question is directed to me. I teach college English and have talked to you about it before, but what is your favorite book and why? Thanks, guys. So I don't really have a favorite book. There is one book that I teach consistently year after year, and that is F. Scott Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby. I think it really captures the ethos of the 1920s. I personally identify with the narrator, who is Nick Carraway, and every time I read it, I pick up on something new, and I must have read it 100 times already, no exaggeration there. But I also do admire the works of Haruki Murakami and Philip K. Dick. That's probably my favorite genre, science fiction.
You couldn't have asked a better question, Gina, so thank you.
So thank you. Thank
that
you
was
for that.
6. What's number 7?
Awesome. So we actually got the same question again, so I'm going to try to recycle it. Okay, cool. No, that's not a question. If you could hire one person to design your signature fragrance, who would it be? And this question is from Trent Stone.
Bertrand Duchefort.
Same here. Bertrand Duchefort. Absolutely love the guy, super creative, and he's made some of my favorite fragrances, including Sartorial by Van Halligans. So this question is from Matt L. Hello, men. I love both of your channels. I'm finding it difficult to find a review of Tom Ford's White Suede. or do either of you recommend any Tom Ford musky fragrances? What is your favorite Tom Ford fragrance? That's an easy one for you.
You know what? It should be, but it's not gonna be because I owned one, and I think is there a New York musk? No, that's my number 9.
Yeah.
I had one and I didn't care for it. It was too musky. If I'm going to wear a musk, it's got to be a softer, cleaner musk. I'm not like goat's ass musk. Sorry.
Demonetized. Yeah. So I think my favorite would probably be Tobacco Vanille or Tuscan Leather, if we're talking about private blend line. But they're not musk fragrances.
I think if I'm not mistaken, there was a musk series from the private blend.
I wasn't really crazy about any of them.
White suede and something musk. New musk. It was new musk, I think.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. None of them are really memorable for me, but
they didn't work for me. And I'm a huge fanboy of Tom Ford private blend.
That's right. So this next one is from Anthony Lane, and we're gonna try to wrap it up here. What are both of your 3 favorite fragrance houses? And I guess it could be designer or niche. I'm gonna say Dior, Tom Ford, and maybe Creed. I like my Creeds. I do.
My answer to the question is Tom Ford, Christian Dior, and I had one before. I forgot it. What was my second answer before? I can't see. Excuse me. They're all trying 3 of them. Oh! My answer to the question would be Tom Ford, of course, Maison, Francis Kurkdjian, and Dior, Christian Dior.
Awesome. So we actually agree with 2 out of the 3.
I love Creed.
Although I love my MFKs as well.
One of my first niche bottles was Virgin Island Water. I was so mind blown by the description, but didn't love the fragrance as much as all y'all do. So no offense to you, it just didn't work on me. I found it very fleeting, but overall I love Creed. I'm Team Aventus for sure. So
for sure, me too. I'm actually wearing it today.
You smell wonderful, as did the whole crew that was here today. You never smelled a better smelling elevator in your life.
And I suppose we'll make this one the last question.
Okay.
And this one is from Zach Raves, and he asks, what is the first cologne each of you ever purchased?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I was wearing a lot of, after Pierre Cardin, I was wearing a lot of Halston Z14, so I'm sure that I bought myself a bottle because I wore it for many years. I kind of stuck with the same signature fragrance, if you will, for many, many years. Like through the 90s, I wore Halston Catalyst. It looked like a chemistry lab thing. So I stick to fragrances. I must have went through 16 bottles of that.
Wow.
In the 90s.
I must say that all throughout high school, I think my mom and my aunt were the ones that really purchased all of the fragrances that I had in my collection. And at that point, I think I had like 25 to 30. But I think the first fragrance that I remember really purchasing for myself is Acqua di Gio. And I went to Walgreens because I had done a ton of research online, and apparently it was like the holy grail. And I went to Walgreens and I bought myself a 1.7 of Acqua di Gio. And little did I know that I'd end up purchasing like 3 or 4 bottles of it down the line. And the Profumo, and the Absolute, and all the flankers. So, but that's it. Thank you for your questions, guys. We really do appreciate it.
Thanks so much for your questions. Congrats to the winner of the Atelier Cologne bottle. Thanks for being you. Thanks for supporting myself and Redolessence. I'll leave a link to his channel. Please subscribe if you haven't already.
Thank you.
But you probably have. Subscribe to BFL. If you haven't been a subscriber, click on the bell icon so you don't miss notifications on future reviews, new content giveaways, buddies, beautiful ladies, and all the fragrant fun always happening here at BFL. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you in the next review.
Take care, guys.
Brooklyn fragrance lover.